I wonder if monsters are afraid of other monsters. Today we are going to take a little trip down Monster Lane and take a look at Ghoullotine from Vindicated Entertainment. This is a 2 to 10 player game, so you can be a lot of people around the table playing this game. In this video I am going to show you the setup of this game, I'm going to show you the gameplay of the game, so once you have watched this video, well, you are ready to take your monsters out for a little trip. Because that's what this game is about. You play monsters out on the table and try to stay below the number 13, because once you reach 13 you will be eliminated. But let's take a look at how the game works. To set up this game we first need to shuffle the deck. This is the deck that all players will be using, where we will find our monsters. So this should be shuffled real good. Probably better than I'm doing right now. And place it in the center of the table for all players to easy reach. The starting player deals out 3 cards to each player, including themselves. If we are 3 or fewer players, we deal out 5 cards instead. And now we're ready to play. On a player's turn, they play 1 card face up in front of them. And depending on what card they are playing, we will raise the amount on this card either up or down. Because we can lower it as well, if we ever need to. Some of these cards have special abilities that will make the little tracker either go to the plus side or the minus side. As we can see on this card, the mummy, we have a number up in the right corner. Now we need to place out the same amount of number on this card over here, by using the black little token. There is a red token in this game as well, but this is to indicate if it becomes a negative number instead. When the first player have placed their card, the turn goes on to the player to the left, who does the same thing. They play 1 card from their hand, and we also need to add their value to the track over here. Some of these cards has an effect on them, but we still add their value before we resolve the effect. In this case the value is 0, so nothing happens, but in this case here, for example, we would first add 6 to the track and then we would do the effect. All players needs to play a card from their hand, meaning that sooner or later a player will force this token beyond number 13. When that happens, the player that made it go up to 13 is eliminated and needs to stay out of the game now. The rest of the players that are still in the game needs to draw cards from the deck until they have 3 cards on their hands again. But remember, when we go below 3 players, we need to have 5 cards on our hand instead. When a player is eliminated, we also need to reset this little token here all the way down again to 0. And then the game continues with the players that are left, until we have 1 standing winner. If you still have cards on your hand, but all the other players have played their cards, you still need to play it, and move the little tracker up and down on the score track. Now, in the rare circumstances that all players have played all of their cards, but no one have been eliminated, we need to look into some tiebreakers here. First we need to see what player has the least amount of score on the monster cards that they have played. The player that has the least amount is the one that gets eliminated. If there is still a tie, we need to see if anyone have played less monsters than any other player. Then that player is eliminated. And then we simply do the same thing again. We reset the little point track here. We draw the amount of cards that we need to draw depending on how many players there are left, remember? And then we start to play again. And that's how you play 1 round of Ghoullotine. During 1 session you play 5 rounds. The player that managed to win 3 times is the one that takes home the whole game. This game is really fast to set up, it's really easy to learn, pretty much anyone can sit down and play this game in no time. And on the cards themselves, you have a little bit of text. The special effects, but there's not that many special effects in this game. So if you just have one that can translate the text here and tell the other players what it means, for the children's or the one that cannot read English, well, it's not that hard to remember what the different cards did, which almost make this game language independent. And it goes for all ages. I mean, the artwork on the cards are quite funny, quite cartoonish, they're not that dark. So anyone can sit down and play this game and have a really good family evening. And that's how you play Ghoullotine from Vindicated Entertainment. This is a fun, easy to learn, really fast game. And you can have a little tournament while playing this game because you play this so fast. This is around 5 to 30 minutes of gameplay, depending on how many you are, of course. I mean, if you are 2, 3, 4 players, this is going to go quite fast. And to have a little tournament on a little game like this is quite little neat. It's almost like you're playing blackjack here, right? Because you have this little point track going up and down, but you still have the different cards that might help you. Because some of these cards will add to the value and some of them will withdraw from the value. While some of them, like the blob here, is a total chance. You don't know if you might add or withdraw or get over 13 or under, which is a quite fun game. There's a lot of different little mechanics here. I mean, you need to bluff, but you still need to try to go all in some cases and try to stop it and pull back the numbers from going up. This is a neat little game. If you want to know more about it, check out the links down in the description. There will be to the web page and everything where you will find out even more about the game and the other games from Vindicated Entertainment. And if you like this video, people, you know what to do. Please give me a thumbs up. Please throw in a comment there if you want to know more about me or about the channel or about this game. Well, ask me about it and I will answer you back. Until next time, people, please do not forget to spread that board gaming love I know you all have. Peace.